What's going on? It's your man, DJ Big Mike.
It's your boy, TJ, the mayor.
This is Beyond the Tracks Podcast.
Your podcaster's favorite podcast. Gentlemen, we up in this mother sucker. Pause.
This guy, he always starts out kind of crazy.
That was refreshing.
So, yeah, we back. We podding again. We're not going to battle rap today.
No, we're not battle rapping today.
All right.
No, I ain't gonna lie. What I'm sipping on in the studio right now, like in the mid pod, like I got some energy now. In the mid pod, it might go down. You know what I mean? I said, "Hey yo!" Like as soon as you hear that,
you keep drinking that the way you drinking it.
No, I know it's. I'm feeling it now. Yeah. We've been in the studio for an hour now.
We gotta act right today. We got a special guest in this motherfucker today. We got Mr. Monroe himself. Monroe Nutrition's own. We are Monroe.
Talk about it.
Jeff Copi is in the building.
Finally, he is in the building.
What's up?
What's going on? Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Appreciate
man.
You guys having me.
It's been a while. We've been trying to get you on, and I said, man, we just got to do it. Definitely. And if you don't show up, then forget it. We'll never do it.
No, I appreciate you guys having me on here, man. It means a lot.
No, Jeff's on a run right now. I don't know what book you got coming out or what movie you got coming out, but he's on a run. I see him on the internet doing stuff over there. I seen him on the internet doing stuff over here, and he came to do some shit right chill.
Right.
Yeah, he's been in the hallways the last couple of days. You know what I mean? He's been in the building, man.
Yeah, he just did Brain Jerks Pillar Talk with
yes, sir.
T-Rup and Josh.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Josh. You know you my man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
nice.
you've been out there. You've been out there grinding, and I love it.
Thank you.
For all the people that don't know what we're referring to when we say Brain Jerk, go out and check out Brain Jerk. Brain Jerk's a really cool podcast. They do a couple different podcasts. They do one called Pillar Talk, and it's all about Jeff Copi. The newest episode is featuring Jeff Copi. So yeah, go check that out. It just aired Tuesday the 26th. Monday the 25th.
Monday, yeah.
Go check it out. So
yeah, it's just type in Brain Jerk, scroll down. He's right there.
Yes, sir.
You can't miss him. And if you don't know him, you better figure out who the hell he is because he's got some things going on. Yeah.
Ooh,
we're gonna do like that,
bro. I'm telling you, Jeff brought us a drink, man, and it's going down.
Look.
It's going down.
Should I do the sponsors first?
Let's get the sponsors out of the way and then let's get into the shit.
Let's go. As always, man, we got JC's Quality Construction, everything from the 2x4 to the key to the front door. That is my guy. Hit him up at 734-652-9715. Tell him Beyond the Tracks Podcast sent you, and he will give you 15% off all materials. A couple people thought that was a joke until they gave him a call, but he will truly give you 15% off all materials, no matter what it is. So hit him up, let him know that Beyond the Tracks Podcast sent you. Let's go. And we have a new sponsor today, a friend of the podcast, a friend of the family. He said he wanted to get down. He wanted to sponsor. He wanted to be a part. He's always making us clothes and things like that. So if you want to stand out in the crowd, definitely hit up Cheat Designs. You can hit him up at cheat-designs.com. He literally will give you wearable art, people. Wearable art, and everything is one off, so you will never see another person with that shirt, that pair of sweats, them shoes. Whatever he creates for you, he is creating it for you and you only, and no one else will have it. And now,
well, actually, behind Jeff up there, that's one of his creations. That's one of Cheat Design's creations right there.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah. Did you? Were you going with, did you say, I'll say it.
I'm ready.
You want to say it?
You do such a great job.
The only reason I'm asking like this is because there has been a battle between you and Downtown Dev on who does the best sponsorship for my boy Mikey Shoe at 8 Mile Vodka. Shout out to the Tomey brothers, George Berkelis, Mikey Shoemaker, everybody over there at 8 Mile Vodka. As you see all the bottles behind me, those are the homies. Thank you guys for all you guys do for us. And the Born in Detroit merch is everywhere right now. It's at Comerica Park. Miggy had it on. You know what I mean? Mr. 3000 had it on, you know. They got some shits going on, bro.
They doing the thing.
Also, before we get in this pod, I do have to announce May 20th, we are bringing Funny Fridays back to Amaya's. So Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill presents another comedy show, the Funny Fridays. This one's going to be, it's going to be a double headliner this time. So the double headliner is Cam Rowe and Dustin Cole. Cam Rowe's a Detroit native. His pops played for the Pistons. They call him Big Fella. He was on the show Storage Wars. He just has a lot of incredible, cool stuff going on. So that's going to be our main headliner. And Dustin Cole has been on the circuit, traveling around doing clubs for a long time. He is very, very funny. He loves working the crowd. It's just going to be a really good vibe. We'll also have another guest host, MC this time, and ours truly, I should say, DJ Big Mike will be on the 1s and 2s once again. So
back at it.
May 20th. Make sure you guys come down. Tickets will go on sale by the time this drops at Amaya's. You can go get your tickets. A little $10 holler for a good night. We'll also have 8 Mile specials going on that night. $5 hollers on that. So without further ado.
But hold on.
I was just joking, people. This is without further ado.
I got one more thing.
One more thing.
Cinco de Mayo, people.
Whoa. What's that?
Cinco de Mayo. Who hangs out for Cinco? Do you hang out for Cinco de Mayo?
Be around.
Everybody hangs out for Cinco de Mayo, but where's the best place in Monroe to hang out for Cinco de Mayo? A Mexican restaurant. Amaya's. Your boy DJ Big Mike will be there again, spinning on the 1s and 2s. They got live music. I believe they're going to have some raffles. I'm going to be there just spinning music and talking trash, and come down and check us out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's May 5th for people that don't know, from 12 to 8.
They're gonna have a band too.
Yeah, I was practicing, man. I was trying to say their name,
but
I
was waiting for it.
I couldn't. I listened to Tino say it like 25 times, and I just couldn't get it right. So I'm just gonna say a band.
You know what I love about Mexican cats, man, is like they'll speak like perfectly regular English, and then because their native tongue, when they announce something, they'll be like, yeah, you know what I mean? So it was me and Jeff and DJ Big Mike and La Combiana. And they'll say it like with this fucking oomph. And I'm like, oh, say that shit. You can't say it like Tino say it.
That is facts.
Tino dropped a bar. When he was announcing that you were going to be there and that band was going to be there, he dropped a bar. I got to look up the bar.
Oh, hell.
No, he was out there dropping bars, bro. He said, there's lots to do. You just have to know where to look. You know what I mean? And I was just like, man, that's where the fuck it's at right now. Like, there is shit to do. We've been saying, hey, I don't ever want to hear somebody say there's nothing to do anymore. Mm-hmm. We went on a fucking run. I seen Jeff at D. Mills's fight. And then we went on a run the next night for Nate Thompson's film.
Yeah.
Then we went on a run the next night, which is at Angelo's, I believe. Then we went you remember when the dude was campaigning? We're going to go to Montana, and then Indiana, and then Michigan. Y'all remember that? I don't know. You might be too young when the dude was campaigning. I don't even know. You might get the reference. You might not. Probably not to the Woody Hoffer. He'll get the reference. Shout out to Woody.
Let's go.
Jeff, man, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
What do you got going on today? How has your day been today? Talk to us.
Blessed, man. I actually had the day off from the shop, so I went around, visited some of my mentors. Shout out to them, and then just enjoyed my day. Was present, stayed off my phone. Just enjoyed my day today. Like truly. Got this new sweatshirt. It says "Chase Dreams, Not Drama."
Love it.
I love it.
So it was actually handmade by one of my boys. So, like, stitched it and everything. So
who's that? Shout him out. I want to know who he is.
His name's Sebastian. He's out of Ipsy right now. He works down at Downriver Nutrition. So
okay.
I mean, he's just so talented. He's done a few for me. So yeah, it's been a blessed day, honestly.
I love that hoodie, man. Or that not even a hoodie, that sweatshirt, that crew neck, man. Mm-hmm. Does he make custom?
Dreams, not drama. I love that.
Yeah. So what I did was I texted him. I was like, hey, can you make me a whatever? It could be a shirt, long sleeve shirt, hoodie, whatever. I said I want to say Chase Dreams, Not Drama, right? Because, a lot of times when stuff happens, it was right around like when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. It just hit me like anytime there's any drama, people go after that. For sure. But they're not focused with that same intensity on their own dreams and what's going on in their life, right? So it just kind of hit me as I was driving down the road. So I texted him, and I was just like, do whatever you want. Like, make it however you want. This is what I want to say. And completely customized it. So it was pretty neat.
I would love if that crew right there, that crew neck, the BTT logo, where on the white side is the black part of the, and it splits into the white part of the logo on the left side. You get y'all see what I'm saying there? Hey, Sebastian, hey, hook a player up. I got some money. I just got my car insurance money. That's right. I got some money to spend.
You got that? Damn.
Heck yeah.
I had that.
What happened?
We got it like on a Friday, and my wife spent it on a Friday. But, you know, that was like free money. It was almost like hitting the lotto for, you know.
We were supposed to go to Costco. We did go to Costco yesterday, and we were going to do a Costco run. We already had it planned out since last week. Let's go do a Costco run for the month or two, you know what I mean, stock up on stuff. And that check came yesterday, and it just so happened that we spent $394 at Costco, and my check was $400 for the auto insurance, whatever that amendment was.
Right. Hey, won't he do it? Won't he do it?
I said, well, I mean, hey, I mean. It was cool for the couple seconds it lasted. Right. It was in my pocket.
Right. I got mine yesterday too, and I was shocked because you know when everyone was getting like the stimulus and this and that, I didn't get that stuff at first. So like everyone was like flexing, having all this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work every single day. So
there was a lot of Jordan sold back then.
Yeah,
a lot of Jordan sold.
Yeah. We was talking about that before the pod.
Yeah,
me and Jeff, we was like, man, but. That's a whole nother podcast. Well, I won't get into it. Did we need it? We didn't. I was just saying that if we're going to get money, right, if we're going to get free money, what they call free money, which we all know isn't free money, if we're going to get money from the government, I feel like it should be like sanctioned to the point where like instead of just giving us cash, give us a card where with that card you can only spend that $1,400 with a small business. You have to go. You can't go to Meijer and Walmart, right? You go to Monroe Nutrition. You can spend them at restaurants if you want. You go to Maya's. You go to different places where, like Highlight grocery store. You know what I mean? Highlight Fresh Market, like Cholinos. You know what I mean? Like I would rather, because that's who needed the help. Walmart's gonna survive through all this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother. I don't know if we're going there.
You was getting ready to go there.
I was about to go there. Yeah, no, we ain't gonna go there today. We ain't gonna go there today. What we are gonna go is, so Jeff, I kind of want to know like your take. Me and Mike both, and I think the people, you know, being a small business owner. Yeah. How's it been for you through the pandemic? Just weaving your way, just period, being a business owner in town.
Honestly, the support from the town has been amazing. Like nowadays when I hear somebody say, oh, I can't wait to get out of Monroe, or Monroe this, Monroe that, like I'm like, yo, I gotta check them because, we got a dope town and people are very supportive. You know, we opened up August 10th of 2021, right? And you know, during the pandemic, that was grind season. You know, I'm one of the few that actually enjoyed it. Right, because all I did was stack and go to work. There wasn't pressure to do anything, you know, so my mind was completely focused. But you know, being in, you know, even for the 6 to 7 months we've been open, it's truly been amazing. And you know, sometimes I forget and I have to check myself of like how much, because I believe like what I'm doing, I get paid more than one way, right? Because you know, when Mike can come in, I can sit there and have a half an hour conversation with him while I'm quote unquote working, and we just talk about different subjects, or, you know, the person who's going through something, and I get to sit there and chop it up and, you know, bring a light to their life. And it truly is a blessing.
The personable stuff.
Yeah. I think me and Jeff has had, since I met him, 95% conversation at Monroe Nutrition.
Yeah.
And so, boss lady, this is the gentleman here of why I'm late to work sometimes. I'll run in there. Hey, I just need to run in and grab this drink real quick. I got to get to work. I got to drive to Livonia. And it'll be like 8 o'clock. I should really be to work by 9. Next thing you know, I'm looking. I'm like, all right, man, like I really have to go because it's 8:45 and I still have a 45-minute drive. You know, so, but it's like we get so wrapped up in conversation. And it's simple conversation, but I'll tell you this, I tell you this all the time. You're one of my biggest motivators right now you have, and I'm bugging out because it's like, when you said it's only been open for 6 or 7 months, to me in my head, like you've been open for 2-3 years.
I was thinking the same thing when he said it. I'm like,
yeah, because it's like, I tell him this all the time. I'm like, man, I appreciate you so much for doing what you do, because you motivate. I'm 50 years old, and you've literally motivated me to just take a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate you for that. And a lot of times we'll have these short little, half an hour, 45-minute conversations, but what's crazy is I think about it the whole way to work.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and you're so positive, and you're so like, you're hustling. Like, you've never said a negative word to me, like, today's gonna be shit, it's supposed to rain. It's like, yeah, it's supposed to rain today, but hell, I don't know, me and Steph might go out and run down the street, or like, you know what I mean, you guys. And so it's like, it when I talk to you in the morning, it puts me in a better mood. So I'm in a better mood because I'm thinking about our conversation. I'm thinking about things that I want to do, things I want to accomplish. So I get to work, and I'm like, all right, now I got to go to work. Let's go.
Appreciate that, man. So, yeah. That means a lot, because, I truly feel like my purpose it's like, the shakes and the teas, like, that's just a platform. That's just a vehicle I get to use to do that. So when you tell me that, that's how it makes you feel, it shows me like I am moving in purpose and what, God truly has for me. So thank you.
Yeah. What's your secret? Because your ass is never frustrated.
Oh, man.
I've never seen you, like, frustrated. I'm like, some store owners, you can kind of tell you can tell whatever. Shipment's been bad, or something's going on, employees doing something crazy or whatever. You can kind of tell they're just in a funk mood. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen that from you. I'm waiting to come in one day where I'm like, man, I don't know, just make me something. And you go, man, just tell me what the hell you want.
You want, man. You've been here before. Act like
you know what the hell we have. You got the menu tattooed on your chest. Here's a mirror. Like, let's go.
That's funny. I definitely do have my moments, but the secret is having what's called a no problem attitude. Everything's no problem, and like 3-4 years ago when I moved back, like, I was sleeping on, like, my friends' couches, and, like, missing meals and doing all that. So, like, I have so much to be grateful for now, and compared to what then is. So, like, a shipment, like, not coming in, trust me, we've had that. But, like, in the bigger picture, like, I'm blessed,
Yeah.
So just having that no problem attitude.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, man. Jeff is, I'm just now getting to know Jeff. First time I met him in person, because you know how it is nowadays, man. Like, you meet people on social media first, and everybody knows everybody. You just haven't got a chance to kick it yet. Now, I don't know if you remember, this first time we met was actually at D Mills' first fight at the center.
Yeah.
We didn't really know each other. I just went up to him. Hey, Jeff, what's going on, man? TJ the mayor. I said TJ Madison, whatever, however I introduced myself. You know what I mean? And we just kind of, it was like a quick, like, we're passing. Our table was, I think, a table or two down from your table that day at the fights. And we just, real quick, showed each other some love.
Yeah.
Formal introduction. And then fast forward to D Mills hosting a fight at the center. It was like, it was the first time we've kind of been next to each other for more than 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And we just had, like, I don't know, I got this positive vibe from you. And like I said, I'm just now getting to know you. Right. But a lot of people have a lot of great things to say about you. Appreciate it was just like, we was just kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It was just, I was telling him about, Deuce, about how you gave Michael the plug on Deuce, and just different things, and just, all this different stuff. And then later on, you handed me this, and I don't know if it was D Mills gave you this to hand out, or this is your stuff.
The bracelet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says, make history now, leave your legacy. And it was just like I don't want to, like, be dramatic and say epiphany or whatever it was, but it's like me. So me and Mike, when I lived in Arizona, that we talked about that a lot. I would always preach to him, your legacy, like, leave your legacy. Like, it's bigger than just, like, tomorrow and all this stuff. And I'm trying to practice it now. You know what I mean? And it was just so that day, for example, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, maybe we're supposed to, like, this was the time we were supposed to meet, or, you know what I mean? This is when I'm supposed to get to know you. Maybe I wasn't supposed to get to know you when Mike got to know you, or when other people got to know you. You know what I mean? I just think that everything kind of.
You knew him, though, because I was like, man, my man Jeff. I'm my man Jeff.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. But as far as being able to,
I talked to Jeff today, man.
And I'm saying all that to piggyback off what he said. Every time I see you, you're cool as a cucumber. And chill, and energy, and vibe, which I'm really into, like, energy. in these last 4 or 5 years, I've really been in
Yeah.
energy. And I
sure.
like, you have great energy, and I love that. And then when you
Appreciate
gave me
that,
that, then later on that day when you gave me this bracelet, I'm like, bro, that's the same shit I be on. Like, yeah, this dude, I like this dude, man. Yeah, so
That's what's up. Well, I actually never got a chance to say this to you, but that day that you came up to me at D-Mill's first fight at the center, like, it was really cool because I'm like, yo, like, he's definitely, like, looking at you, bro, like, you see, like, an alpha male, right? And sometimes, like, it's hard for alpha males to, like, humble ourselves, to walk up to somebody else and introduce ourselves first. And, like, I just know, like, sometimes as a man, like, it's hard to do that, right? And the fact that you even did that and, like, went out of your way to say what's up to me, I was like, yo, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of him now, you know?
I'm learning that. I call TJ my little big brother all the time because I learn stuff from him so much, and that's one of the things that I'm a very outspoken, fun, talk to anybody kind of person. I'm a nurse by day, so that's kind of what I do. But like, say, being in a bar or a restaurant, or I might look at somebody and go, I think I know them, but I'm not sure. TJ's the type of person to be like, go over there and find out.
Yeah.
I walk in there like, hey, yo.
Go over there and find out. Yeah.
Hey, yo. I said, hey, yo.
That's the artist in him.
I like that.
No, man, but you know what though? On some real shit, and I appreciate what you said. And I don't believe that, like, I believe that there's a time to be an alpha. Sometimes you got to be an alpha.
Yeah.
Because that's just how shit has to go.
Yeah.
To move on to something that you need to push through.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe it's because I'm getting older, wiser, or something, or my energy, the way I'm trying to move. But I guess I don't think of it like that. You know what I mean? I don't think of who's gonna say what's up first. Not saying that you did or I even did, or I might have been there, but subconsciously. You know what I mean? Where you wasn't really thinking of it, or I wasn't really thinking of it. But I just think that I look at the advantage of it. I introduced myself to this dude. You know what I mean? That's another dude that I already like the way you're moving. Why wouldn't I want to say what's up to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the more hesitant is if I'm like somebody thinks I should go up and meet somebody, and I'm kind of like, I don't really know about that dude.
Right.
I'm not there with him yet.
Right.
The energy isn't there, or whatever. You know what I mean? I just rather go up, man, and just say, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
What's up? We're all moving. That's one thing about Monroe, man. We're all moving right now.
We are.
There is a wave right now.
There is.
And I want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I like other people that are a part of it.
As many as possible.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
I agree
always
with
say,
that.
shirts is coming soon. Monroe, stand up. Let's go. Because big shit is happening. And
Can I add to that shirt?
Sure.
I want to put something on a shirt. Shout out to my big cousin Pudge. Pudge said one time, man, he was like, if you don't like Monroe, same thing you were saying earlier, how people say, oh, man, you got to get out of Monroe, all that shit. Cool, you can do that. But guess what? There's 3 ways. If you live in the city, there's 3 ways out. There's Front Street.
Okay.
There's Elm Street.
Okay.
And there's La Pleasance. And I want to put the exits to the expressway to 75 on the back of that shirt. Now, that's the bad energy. I'm sorry. That's the bad energy in me. But it's just like, hey, I don't even want to talk no more. Listen, there's 3 exits.
In the words of
So you don't have to explain it. You don't have to preach to me about how bad you think it is. I love this place.
Right.
This is my home. This is where I grew up. Instead of running away to go somewhere else, I'd rather better this place, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so, hey, can I put that on the back of the shirts? Can I put La Pleasance
and
front,
then
Elm Street?
I think because of Big Pudge, we got to put in, okay, good brother.
Good, yeah, we gotta put on there something about good brother.
Good brother.
Shout out
Do
to,
what you
shout
do,
out
man.
to Vernon.
Good brother. Yeah.
I like that.
And happy belated birthday to you.
Oh,
you
thank
just
you.
had a birthday pass the 22nd.
Correct. Yep.
Friday, was that Friday?
Yeah. He turned 46.
46.
46,
Yeah,
man.
46
Big-
looks
Bro,
good.
you look really good for
Thank
46.
you. It's
man.
the T-bomb.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
You know what? Let's have a shot of T-bombs, man,
Shot
for
of
his birthday,
T-bombs.
man.
Let's go.
Appreciate
Jeff brought
y'all.
us some T-bombs today, and they got me ziggity booming up in this motherfucker. I came in here dragging ass. I had a long day today, and I came in here, and he handed me this T-bomb.
Yeah. Now you ready?
That's awesome.
Now you ready? Let's go.
Also, I want to touch on something that you had, and I couldn't make it up there because of work. I really wanted to make it up there, and then I follow you on social media, so I seen that you weren't there anymore. I think it was shut down for the it was over for the day. But the boob shakes and teas for the breast cancer awareness.
Yeah.
Speak on that a little bit. What you had going on last, was it Friday?
It was on my birthday. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So we paired up with a girl named Brooklyn Lambert, who great person. She does like the Miss Michigan, all that stuff. And her mom actually had suffered from breast cancer. Praise God, she's a survivor. But it was so deep to me to do this because, you know, right now my grandpa, he's like the man who raised me. He's has the cancer and everything. So like, and I always said when we open Monroe Nutrition, we're gonna do things for the greater cause. Like it's not about just the money. Like it's about what change can we make, right? So we did one back in October, and we did it with this place called the Pink Fund, who gives money to people who non-medical causes. So like people are worried about this and that, but like they still got rent paid to pay and they can't work, right? So, and that was, you know, where our money went. This lady was worried about her rent being paid, and, you know, the money that we donated to the Pink Fund paid like 3 or 4 months of her rent. So she wrote a letter to us. And so when Brooklyn was like, hey, can we do another one? I'm like, absolutely. Like, let's do it. Like, it doesn't just have to be that month, right? So we did it. I think we raised just north of $2,000 that day.
Nice.
You know, so it's just, you know, it's just a better cause, and I'm all about it. And, you know, anyone who's listening, if you have something that you want to raise money for, like for a better cause, reach out, because we'll make it happen. And the city's so supportive. Whether you've made up a story in your own head, if the city is or not, like the city will wrap its arm around you. So definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's really dope. You know, it's always good when you hear it's a tragic situation. It's kind of a tragedy, right? Yeah. Or in a tragic state. But knowing that like people are doing things and you know where your money's going. Yeah. That's the thing about I call us a small city, a big town, but a small city. You know what I mean? We're bigger than a small town. You know what I mean? We're a big town, small city, and that's what we have. We have the ability to be able to bring in, you know, monetary stuff, right, to help people out, or just whatever we need to help somebody out. But knowing where your money goes, right? You know, when people know where their money goes when you donate it, you know what I mean, or you're coming to help out for a cause, your time, whether it be money, your time, or whatever, it just feels a little bit better when you know exactly where he goes. You know the story. Right. You know what I mean? It's not like March of Dimes. Not trying to shit on March of Dimes, but
they
where's your money?
They do their thing, but you don't know exactly. Out a child in wherever, North Dakota.
You don't know where your funds are going.
Yeah, but it's a lot better when you just help Timmy down the street.
Exactly.
Right. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. People in your community. People. Yeah. No, man, that's dope, man. Shout out to you. Bravo to you, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Get the golfer's clap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I never get that golfer's clap. You know, you don't get that when you put your ball in the woods every time. So, thank you.
That's hard to do every time.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think I deserve it every now and then. You know.
let me let you in a little secret.
Talk to me.
I don't golf sober.
Okay.
Because if I did, I would remember how bad I am.
Right.
And then you wouldn't go back out.
I was just talking to Kieran, Lunatic Kieran. Shout out to Kieran and the Lunatic Radio Show. I was just talking to Kieran last week, and he talked about coming here to visit. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, we can, because he loves golfing. He's a great golfer. I'm like, yeah, I can take you a couple spots here and stuff. He's like, no, we don't have to golf. And I'm like, no. Listen, man, like ever since I had kids, like I'm a lot more calm. Like you don't got to worry about me, because he has seen me. I have 2 clubs at Copi Golf Course in Gilbert, Arizona, in this pond. And then he gave me his putter. He had an extra putter. He gave me his putter to play for the rest of the summer, so I didn't have to buy one. And he was so worried, like, I'm never gonna get this putter back. I'm never gonna get this putter. And I'm giving this putter back, but I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I have me a couple. I have me a cigar. I have me a couple cocktails or a couple beers. Yeah, and then I don't care if it goes in the woods. Right. And you always the first couple times you go out, do you use your best balls, or do you just use the cheapest or even used balls?
I'm definitely grabbing the ones that I got from the pond the time before. You know what I'm saying? Like
for your first couple times out? Yeah. Until you get back in your comfort zone.
Yeah, I learned from that. take out 6 of the most expensive balls I can find because they're gonna make me golf better that day.
Oh yeah,
and when you lose all 6 by 2 holes, you're like,
yeah,
this is bullshit.
100%.
We were talking about that today, man. I'm like, I really wish that River Raisin was still open. That was my favorite place to go in town. River Raisin Golf Course on Dixie, on North Dixie.
I thought they were gonna open up this year.
Bro,
no, that's
it's a farm
Harbor
now.
Dunes you're talking about. You're thinking of Harbor Dunes.
You're thinking of Pleasance Road.
Yeah.
River Raisin's been closed for some years.
Yes.
Yeah, that links of Lake Erie is what.
Yep, that's what I'm
right. That's what we're talking about. It's not called that anymore. It's called like Harbor something.
Harbor Dunes.
Harbor Dunes.
Yeah.
Links. Yeah. They got the indoor. They got the indoor joint there.
Yeah.
I need some practice. Maybe I go practice with you since you hitting shit in the woods.
We could do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
I'll just swing lightly.
You know, I've golfed at some really cool. When I lived in Arizona, me and Kieran took me out to a bunch of different cool places, like some destiny places, right? But in order to be able to afford it, we had to go during the summer season when it's like 110, 115 degrees out.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm playing a course at $50 a round when it's like $300 a round in December and January and February. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of cool places out there that I've golfed. And today I want to talk about bucket lists. You know what I mean? And that just kind of made me think of like that is one thing on like a 10-thing bucket list is like I want to like golf in Ireland.
Ooh.
And I'm not even a good golfer. I'm really not. I just enjoy what golf is. Yeah. And that would be like one of the bucket list things. I seen Larry Fitzgerald post a video one time. He was golfing in Ireland and it was over this cliff and the water's in the background. You know, Ireland's just got that foggy, you know what I mean? But it's still beautiful. Like there's not really sun out, but it's still beautiful. And I was thinking, man, that's a bucket list thing to golf in Ireland. You know what I mean? Like that's not number one. That's not the highest on the bucket list, but that is definitely like some real bucket list stuff, man. Yeah. And I want to talk about some bucket list stuff today. Shout out once again to Brain Jerk and Pillar Talk. You know, you talked about your past and you know what I mean, and your present. And let's hear, you know, what Jeff Copi, DJ Big Mike, myself, what you think about the future, not just like the future as like your Monroe Nutrition business and BTT Productions and Totally Focused Entertainment, but like shit that like let's take the business side out of it, right?
Yeah.
What would you want to do before you die? Let's talk about the future.
Yeah.
But what you would want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anybody want to start off with something they got on the bucket list?
Well, I'm the oldest, so I started off because y'all young fellas got plenty of time. Also, Jeff is not 46 for people out there that's going to be, oh my God, I didn't know. He's not 46. Not going to put his age out there, but
he's in his twomps.
Yeah. You know, I got so many things on my bucket list, but one of them that I go back to all the time, and for some people, this is going to seem so minor, right? I want to travel outside the country. I'm 50 years old and I have never been outside the country. There's so many places.
You've been you Suge Knighted a whole crowd in Canada. Does Canada count?
Yeah, that don't count.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about like Italy, you know, Greece, you know, places like that. You know what I mean? That's just me and my wife both. We've never been really outside of North America. We have been to Canada a few times, but, you know, we go to Florida and New Orleans, and we travel here and there, but there's so many places that we haven't been. I know one of the things that we try to do, what we were trying to do pre-COVID, of course, is we wanted to travel to one place inside the United States that we've never been every single year. So and it could be whatever, you know, Montana. Right. You know. Yeah. So, which is cool. That's one of the biggest things on my bucket list.
Because you was watching our boys over there. I met at the.
Oh, Yellowstone. I got something.
Yellowstone.
I got something coming for you.
Okay.
I got something for you.
All right.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. So, what about you, Jeff? What's on your bucket list? One thing.
One thing.
And why? This is the question and answer part.
So, all right.
That I said we weren't gonna do.
Right. It's tough because I've always looked at my future of like, you know, I want to retire my mom. I want to have this. I want to have, but you kind of got me thinking a different way, like an exertion type way, you know?
Yeah, something for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I really want to go to a UFC event. I know it seems small, but like, you know, UFC, like I've been following them pretty heavy for a while, you know, and everything. And that is something I've always kind of wanted to do, because I shouldn't say this on camera, but I stream like every pay-per-view. And
bro, this is the BTT podcast. We bootleg this shit out of shit.
Yeah. But I really want to go and be present during like an event that's like a big one, where, you know, you have like the champ Kamaru Usman fighting, or Conor McGregor, something like that. Like, I would just be in, you know, all in all there, you know, that'd be sweet.
Yeah,
you know,
Are you a fan of Joe Rogan?
I am a big fan of Joe Rogan.
Can we take that bucket list up like another notch and just say like sitting like next to Joe Rogan or something?
Yeah.
Like just to even make it even over the top. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, especially, you know how he gets all animated when he's calling the fight. Oh my God. And you always see the memes of his face. Oh my God, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be sweet.
That'd be dope. I'm sure Joe Rogan listens to our podcast. So Joe, you know, hit us up, you know, DM us and see what you can work out for us, bro.
I don't think he does, but Joey Coco Diaz does, which is one of his really good friends. You know what I mean? Good morning, motherfuckers. I love Joey Diaz. Joey Coco Diaz. He doesn't listen to it. I would love if he listened to it. Hey, if Bert Kreischer, I just put my girl on to Bert Kreischer last night. You guys know who Bert Kreischer is? The comedian?
I don't.
Him, Tom Segura, like it's a whole like kind of friends network of them. Ari Shaffir, all these guys. But check out Bert Kreischer, man. Like I started my girl on this Bert Kreischer kick last night, and she was just. We're supposed to be going to bed. It's like 10:30. Like we were just about to fall asleep, and I put that shit on, and she was just belly laughing.
That's awesome.
But Bert Kreischer, if you're listening, which I know you're listening,
that's good. Let's go. Let's go.
Hook us up with Joe, man. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
For Mr. Copi over here,
I like
man.
that.
There you go.
I always wondered, do I say your name right, Copi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people say Copi, something like that. I'm like, Copi, you got it right.
Okay.
I like that.
I knew a Kopke. So when I first met you, I wanted to call you Kopke. And I don't know why, because that's just how it rolled off my tongue. That's why I just called you Jeff.
That works.
So what about you, TJ the Mayor?
I don't know anything about a cop key. The only thing I know about a cop key is when they finally let me out them cuffs, and I'd be like, oh shit.
Goddamn problems.
Hey, I had problems, not anymore.
So that was one of the things on your bucket list that you actually fulfilled.
Thank you.
But and we're not going to go into detail about that. But so what's on your bucket list, brother?
I said that about the golf in Ireland, man, but
another one though.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go into a fantasy world for a second.
Let's
for a
do
bucket
that.
list.
Yeah,
it's a bucket list, but I'm gonna go into fantasy land.
Okay.
Madison Square Garden concert, right? Not me, but like seeing somebody that I know or present like hit. Okay, this is gonna sound like it's not gonna sound like it's about me, and I was trying to make it about, but sometimes like the high is watching something great unfold.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, somebody musically in my family or just something. Like I'm past my time, but seeing them at like Madison Square Garden, being on the sideline at Madison Square Garden, just watching, like, they did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or something on that scale, man. I get a high out of that now. Like I would have told you 5-10 years ago, like, I want to be on the stage at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
But like now I'm like, I want to see somebody that did the right thing the right way in my family or friends or in my circle, like do something like that. I know that's totally not what we were talking about, and I kind of pushed you towards something for you.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't know. That's just.
Yeah. No,
it's selfish. It's selfish because that is that's a high for me. So it's still about myself.
Right.
That would be like that's a selfish act.
Yeah.
Even though it's not me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I going too deep there? Do I got to call up Beaker and Tyner and Shit Gets Deep podcast
not
and tell them that I'm getting a little bit too deep?
They're
for
not
BTT?
ready for you because you go in there, start battle rapping Tyner, and then he'll bring out ODB on you, and then you'll lose, and then you'll be mad and crying, and we don't want to go through all that.
We don't.
Party people.
Party people. Shout out to the Shit Gets Deep podcast. Real quick too. While I'm thinking about it, IWR Wrestling next Thursday. Cinco de Mayhem, the same day that you're DJing. Yep. Once you leave Cinco de Mayo over at Amaya's, you can still catch later on that night Cinco de Mayhem, which is IWR Wrestling. Gary Paulette puts on, and it's sponsored by our sponsor, 8 Mile Vodka. Yeah, I just thought about that because Beaker and Tyner are going to be going there for the first time. I'm going to be going there for the first time. I've never been to a wrestling event. Yeah, I know you've been there, man.
Yeah, I haven't been there either. Like the last few times that I've either had something to do or things were just going crazy. And so, yeah, I got to get there too.
I think I have 2 extra tickets. If you guys want to go, we're doing a sponsorship for them. So we got like 4 VIP tickets or whatever. So
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We'll be in the same.
Oh, you guys.
I think we'll be in the same seating arrangements.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
I might go hang with Jeff.
No, I think we'll all be hanging. Like I'm excited, man. I've been trying to make one of these for a long time, man. I really have. Mikey's been on my ass, like, dude, you're gonna have a great time. And it's not that I'm not into wrestling. It's just the way my schedule is. Thursday is just such a bad day for anything for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I thought it was actually this Thursday, and I worked some things out, and things were like lined up perfect. And then he was like, "No, man, it's next Thursday." I'm like, "Shit." Well, the person that is helping me out with my scheduling was like, seeing how excited I was about going, they were like, "I'll get you next Thursday too. Don't worry about it."
That's awesome.
And I was like, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to get slammed. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. That's a bucket list thing. I want to get slammed by Rhino or something. Like I want to like get like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not me. I ain't ready for that yet. I gotta.
He's like,
I'm fitty. I still got tests I got to go get. but I think I have like another $200, and then I'm meeting my deductible for my insurance. So maybe after that, then
you can break shit.
Yeah,
and not pay for it.
Yeah, and I can work from home. My boss, she loves me, so I can work from home if I really hurt something.
Yeah. I like that.
That's not on my damn bucket list. I can tell you that to get slammed by Rhino and have to work from home.
How many have you been to?
I've been to one. Gary stopped by the shop. He actually brought Rhino in, and I was kind of like fanboying a little bit because huge WWE fan, especially when I was younger. Like, you know, now I get so busy I don't get to stay up with it. And he's in a different promotion now, but. He brought him in. And I'm like, yo, this is awesome, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I got 2 tickets for you. Come out. All right. Went out, enjoyed it. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing a sponsorship for this next one. I got to be there.
Do you know the storyline or anything that's going on for this one?
So, I know some of it, but it's easy to catch on to once you're in there. And they just put on a good show. And all the, the wrestlers, they're all just cool people. Like, you talk to them and stuff. Like, they're super personal. I think they have something special really going on there.
Cool. It seems like it, man, because they always, everybody that's been there has told me the same thing of how great of a time. Nobody goes, it was okay, it was
right.
It was cool, especially for some local event. You know how most people, like, even haters find something wrong with it.
Yeah.
Everybody's been like, no, that was one of the fucking dopest things. My kids enjoyed it. My dad enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And so now I'm really excited to go, man. I'm really, really excited. Mm-hmm. And I used to be in wrestling back in the day, but not just because I'm older, just the time.
Time. Right. Yeah. Keeping up with storylines.
Yeah. I mean, I think, how old can you say, do you want to say your age?
Yeah. I'm old enough to get cheaper insurance now.
Oh, okay.
25.
So you're
okay.
Well, you're younger.
He had to look at
so
that.
I'm right in between you and Mike. So I feel like we were the Mohicans on the Superstar Wrestling. Like, I had Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and we were ending, and we were also ending like a Hulk Hogan era, but then a new era, because in NWO and Razor Ramon, you had Razor Ramon, and then we had Razor Ramon. You know what I mean? You had Hulk Hogan, and then we had Hulk Hogan. So there was a lot of, I don't know, I think that we were like the last of the Mohicans of, like you said, the Attitude Era, but just like where every night was like your first match that you see on Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday Night Raw, your first match was almost as good as the last match,
Yeah.
the headlining or whatever match you want to call it of the night. You know what I mean?
I go back to WWF.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
WWF. Yeah.
That's, before they made them change the name.
You know what makes it not exciting anymore is, and a lot of people use this for a lot of reasons, but social media, because they let out, the excitement. The excitement was you don't know who's coming behind that curtain. You don't know who's coming back, who's doing a return. You don't know, but they let everything out on social media now. So now the excitement part and the magic is gone.
Yeah.
So that's how I personally feel. I guess I can't say that's the reason, but that's how I personally feel about it.
I feel like the characters were stronger too. Like they were characters. Like that was them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Paul Bearer, that was him. If Paul Bearer, if I seen that dude, and God rest his soul, but if I seen that dude walk in and just came up to, hey, how you doing, man? Thanks for being a fan. I'd be like, no, what?
Yeah.
In my head, nah, that motherfucker's like that all day long.
Right.
All day long. You know what I mean?
Undertaker,
Kane, all them. And then you got
Now you got Ric Flair. He is like that, I believe, every day.
Bro, you just see the video of him?
Every day.
With them young chicks?
No.
Him doing the dancing and the walking on them young chicks in the bar. They were just kind of looking at him. They probably don't know who the fuck he is.
Right.
Oh, man, no. I got to check that out.
There was a dude that just did. Hulk Hogan was in this bar and they were doing a karaoke, and I just seen this. Man, this dude killed. It was it Thunderstruck maybe? AC/DC sounded just like my man. Hulk Hogan was going crazy and shit. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I would love to run into like Hulk Hogan. I've been by Hulk Hogan's house, both of his houses in Florida at the time, the beach house and the house that his wife was diddling the surfer dude in. When I was in Clearwater, they lived in Clearwater City, and then they also had a place in Clearwater Beach, and I went past it a couple different times, trying just to catch Hulk Hogan. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just to give him what's going on, brother? You know what I mean?
He would have hit you with that, though. Why you keep walking past my yard, brother?
Hey, listen. He could have slammed me, and I would have been like, oh, my God, I got slammed by Hulk Hogan. I got leg dropped.
Right.
You got damn problems.
I would love to get leg dropped because that's nothing.
Yeah.
You don't even have to fly to get a leg drop.
Yeah.
What I won't do is I heard a story about Goldberg, that when he first started, he was fucking people up. Like their heads were snapping when he was spearing them and shit because he didn't have that finesse yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't really have that feel yet of how to do shit. That's one motherfucker I won't fuck with. Not a jackhammer, not a, what was this shit called? A jackhammer,
There's
right?
the jackhammer, the spear.
The spear.
Yeah, he was a bad dude.
Not fucking with that shit.
Yeah.
$100 million?
Yeah, I'm gonna get speared.
Yeah,
for
bro.
million.
Like, bro, you'll put my neck back together for $100 mil.
Would
Right.
you get punched in the face from like Tyson right now for $1 million?
No,
I don't think I would either.
no, I wouldn't.
Can
Like
I-
you talking
can I-
about what way though? Like, are you standing there? I'm not standing there and taking a punch from.
Yeah, you just standing there taking it.
If Jeff said, "Hey, man, I'll give you," Jeff's not hitting me. You're not hitting me.
Yeah.
Not to say you're not Mike Tyson or talk,
Right.
talk you down, but
Right. Tyson's Tyson.
Mike Tyson,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
All right.
You know someone else I wouldn't get hit by?
I'm gonna take one, Mike. I'm gonna take one.
You crazy.
yeah, no, we
I was saying, dude,
bullshitting.
I hurt myself walking up the steps today. So what are you talking about?
I hurt myself Saturday sleeping wrong, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
Right.
What are you saying, Jeff? Who not to get hit by?
I would not take one by D Mills. That dude has the biggest hands.
Hands, his fucking hands. Yes,
Huge.
Yeah, that's true.
he's
No
so
way.
heavy-handed.
No way.
Did you see his training video
I've trained with him.
that he
He's-
posted
yeah,
yesterday?
Yeah,
I was just like, God damn, you're huge, man.
he is.
You're huge.
He is. We sparred, right? We were sparring, and that's one of I love boxing. I love MMA. I love that stuff, but I just can't do it because I hit someone. I'm like, you good, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, we're sparring, and he clips me, right? Just a jab, and I realized quick. I'm like, man, like I don't want to get hit again. So I'm like, stop him, like, hey man, am I standing upright? How's my I'm trying to ask him questions. I'm like, how's this look? I'm trying to ask him questions, get his mind off all this sparring. Like, bro, we ain't gotta do this right now. Let's go hit a bag or something. Like,
right.
Like, there's not many people I'm scared, really anyone, but like being across from him and how fast he is for how big he is, I'm like, yeah, I don't quite want to do this no more.
You know, Tyson said it best. He said everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth or hit in the face or whatever he said.
Yeah,
that's facts.
You know what I mean? That's fucking facts.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that thing, Tyson socking dude up in a plane?
Yeah, I did see that. I seen a snippet of the video. I haven't seen I guess there's more of the video. I don't know, but
yeah, dude was
I only seen snippets too, but the way people were talking, I'm like, they were telling me, I'm like, oh, dude was trying to get punched in the face.
Yeah,
100%.
He was trying to. You just don't mess with people like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, they took a picture after the plane. They took a picture together, and I just seen that on YouTube. I think yesterday, but I watched the video, and dude was asking for it, like, you know, and then they were shocked that he did it. Like, what do you expect?
That's Mike Tyson,
right?
Bro, Mike Tyson. You guys go to my Instagram. I don't know what year it was, but I posted something. And this meme has been floating around for a long time, but I posted something. It was a meme from Mike Tyson where he was just like talking about how people, the problem with nowadays is people get too comfortable on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so true.
And you know, they're not getting held accountable. However he said it was in a cool Mike Tyson way, probably with a lisp. And and it was basically like the social media shit got you guys like not being accountable for being able to get punched in the mouth for what you say because it's not a person.
To Mike Tyson.
Love that sound. and I feel like that is the epitome of what happened.
Yeah.
Is he was letting people know, hey, listen, y'all must have forgot. Like Roy Jones said, y'all must have forgot.
Right.
Dog, this motherfucker's Mike Tyson.
Right.
When he jokingly starts fucking throwing hands and shit in an interview or something, you're like, oh my God, this dude still has this like switch.
Yeah.
Come on, man, it's fucking Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take Mike Tyson. I wouldn't shoot Mike Tyson, bro. I'd be scared to shoot Mike Tyson.
Where's Mike Tyson from? Brooklyn?
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah.
He is from shit.
So you never know when that Mike Tyson is gonna come see you.
But is it Brownsville? No.
See, I thought he was from Baltimore. I thought he's from.
No, he's from New York.
He is from.
Damn, cause I just probably 3 or 4 months. Brownsville?
Yes.
Is he might be from Brownsville. I was just watching. He has an incredible fucking Broadway show, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If you guys haven't seen it, find it.
Okay.
We got internets.
Yeah.
Find it. You can find it somewhere.
It's older, but it's dope.
Oh my God, man! I watched that. I've watched that twice now. You guys remember the Tyson movie?
Yeah.
I remember a little bit of it.
Yeah, I thought it was. See, now you guys got me going. Okay, so if you guys haven't checked this out yet, so Jamie Foxx is playing Mike Tyson in this movie coming up. Have you seen anything about that?
The new one? The new one? Okay.
So this was a couple years ago. They interviewed, look this up on YouTube. It's Jamie Foxx describing the opening scene of the new Mike Tyson movie. Mm-hmm. And the way Jamie Foxx is like narrating what's going on, and then he starts doing the voice because he does the best fucking. I mean, I think he's going to be one of the best Mike Tysons, or one of the best. That Mike Tyson might go up there with Ray. The way he's doing him, the way he sounds like him, and everything, the way he's studying how he talks, but he's describing this opening scene. I won't even do it because I wouldn't do it any justice. Just go YouTube it. I'm telling you, it'll pop up. Just look up Jamie Foxx describing the opening scene for Mike Tyson, and I'm just like, I can't wait for this to come out because I get chills. I've got chills right now, but I got chills I've watched it like 10 times. I get the same chills every time. The way he talks about the way the camera's panning down and the silhouette and hearing the pads, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's oh man, I love that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I love boxing. I love that shit. I've trained too. Shout out to Robert Joe. I was training with Robert Joe when I was out in Arizona, Rico Hoy. I've trained here with Keith Vining, Kevin Vining. Yeah, man, I'm into that shit too. I'm just too out of shape now to get back in there.
It's a commitment, you know. It really is.
It is.
You know, doing that. But,
and it's a waste. I feel like when I was in Arizona, I always felt like it was a waste of time if I didn't. Like if I fell off for a couple of days, I would feel horrible because I just wasted his time Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to fall off on Thursday and Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My trainer, you know.
I've been really thinking about that, and I've been thinking about asking, excuse me, D Mills or somebody, you know, Todd, somebody, because I was going through.
Kent Brinson Jr.
There you go. I think
He's a great one. He wants, yeah.
So I'm going through some stuff, and I have brand new wraps, because probably pre-COVID, a little bit before that, like I'm gonna get a bag. I'm gonna get something. So somebody gave me a code to get these gloves for like 50% off. So I got brand new gloves. I got wraps. I got all kinds of stuff, and I'm looking at it like, you need to put that shit on your hands and go do something, you fat motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I was going to call you all that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've called you worse.
Yeah, I just Eminem'd you, didn't I?
You did. Yeah. I'm usually honest. I'm honest.
I knew.
Every podcast
I
at some point I give him something about
every
his,
time I start talking about exercise, like
his weight. Yeah.
he gets me like this. So I just Eminem'd you. Next.
You know what it is? It's because I love him and I care about him.
That's right.
And sometimes, as being a brother, I can't just go, "Hey, Mike, man, I want you to get healthier." No, hey, man, hey, you fat motherfucker, go get some more. Sorry, I totally just went back into it too.
That's true. I'm not going to cry though because Jeff's here today. So if Jeff wasn't here, I'd probably cry, but I'm not. Jeff is here, and so
you guys know who Grant Cardone is?
Absolutely.
Grant Cardone, when I first got turned on to him, shout out to him, rest in peace, my boy Smiles, Kyle Mosier. He put me on to him, man. And the first speech I heard was, this motherfucker said, suit up and show up. He said, if you want to surf and you don't know how, grab a surfboard, find some water, you'll figure it out.
Right.
And it's like what you're saying, put on the wraps, find a heavy bag.
Yeah.
You'll do the rest. The world will do the rest.
Yeah.
You might be hitting the bag. Somebody might see you and go, hey, my man, try it like this. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter if you're young. Like people that love boxing are going to see you and go, they're going to look at you and go, hey, man, you probably just working out, but let me show you a couple of things to help you work out, or you know what I mean? So suit up, show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking find the punching bag.
That's it. And I was thinking about it because I want to say might have been Saturday. But then it was crazy because I had listened to you on Brain Jerk, and you were talking about taking small steps and small chunks. And he was talking about
Bars.
Facts.
Those are bars.
You know, if you say you're going to go to the gym, don't say you're going to go to the gym to work out for 2 hours. Say I'm going to go for 10 minutes. Because that's me. If I make it to the gym, I'm going to work out for an hour.
Right.
Without question. It's getting me from my house to the gym.
That's the hardest part.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think I make a million excuses. Well, you know what? I can go later, or I can go tomorrow. The hell? I should go chase him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel that. Yeah, it's time, man. I'm 50.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my summer 2028 body together, and I figure I gotta start now.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta start now.
Yeah. Old is a mindset.
Facts.
Broke is a mindset. Everything's a mindset. So that art that I was saying it's the art of Kaizen, and then once you do it, even if you do it for 10 minutes, you're going to feel accomplished, and then that creates momentum, and the momentum will create more.
Yes.
And you just have to get out of your own way.
Yes.
Being a workout guy and being a nutrition guy, a lot of people have different opinions about this. Morning, afternoon, or night workouts?
Whenever you can get it in.
Yeah.
Because everybody's schedule is different. And, here's the thing is, your body doesn't know. It truly doesn't know, the difference, right? All it knows is, hey, now I'm working out, right? And I'm sure that there is a benefit to one or the other, but as long as you show up and go, sometimes,
I guess not showing up
Yeah.
isn't better than going, well, I'm a morning workout guy, but
that's one of my excuses. That was been one of my excuses. Well, I need to get up early in the morning and go before work. Well, then I wake up and then I'm running late for work or what have you, so I don't go. And then it's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna work out when I get off work. Then it's like, well, I've been working all day. I'm kind of tired.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, I'm off. I'm just gonna work out on my days off, and then on my days off, I got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I have to get to that point Summer's coming up, stuff like that. I love riding my bike, so I know I'm going to get that in regardless. But I'm like, I need to take it to another level.
Right.
You know, and maybe if I keep drinking these damn teas,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Bro,
come watch you work out. You know what I mean?
Jeff, I would be at your shop a lot more often if it wasn't for my schedule. My schedule is I'll explain it to you after, but off the air. It's fucking so ridiculous. I can't get there. Like, you guys are closed by the time I can get there, and then when I'm ready to start my day, nothing's open in the world.
Right.
I feel like, except for the gym.
Right.
It's got me ziggity boomed right now. Like, I want to go to the gym right now. People, I'm not bullshitting because he's sitting across. I'm telling you, I've told my brother this many times. Every time I have one of these, I'm there, and I feel good. Right. It ain't like one of them bad like Monster energy drinks. Like, I feel good. I feel. I don't feel sluggish. I don't. You know how I like that carbonated shit. Totally doing a commercial for you right now. My bad.
Appreciate you. Hey, keep going.
But no, it's real. I mean, that's real shit. That's how I really feel when I do this. You know who I feel like? I feel like Kim Ruiz. That's what I feel like when I drink one of those. I don't know how she feels, but every time I talk to her, I feel like every time I have one of these,
I don't know if anybody.
I'm in Kim mode.
I don't know if anybody can feel like Kim.
You know what I'm talking about, Jeff.
Kim is
100%.
on 92 out of 10, 24 hours a day. I think she sleeps with energy.
Does she sleep though?
But facts. Does she sleep?
I don't know, but like I embrace that. Yeah. Like, I embrace it so much because you know how easy it is when it's raining outside or it's snowing outside and nobody comes in, or you know, we just get caught in our own mind, and then her walking in on that 120% energy, it's contagious, and like it takes you off the low frequency that you're on. Yeah. And like,
how do I come in when she's there? Like, I come in probably on about 7 anyway. I see Jeff, I see Steph, I come in at about 7 anyway. I see her and it automatically goes up to like 100.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, Kim's in the building. What's going on? And she's like, oh, it's DJ Big Mike.
You're going to different octaves and shit.
Yeah.
Real talk. Yeah. Real talk. Yeah.
You know how many people there probably is in the city, like just Monroe alone, that because they don't have a platform that's big, you know, like I'm not saying what I have is big, but I'm saying we have these people who are great just like that, and we don't even recognize them because we don't see them all the time. We're seeing blasted all over social media. Like, it's crazy. Like, Kim she's awesome, and I'm sure there's so many people like her.
Yeah. There is, but if you got them all in the same room, watch out.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to step out the room for a little bit.
Something like that. Yeah, it's something like I told, and I feel like you're kind of in the same category, right? I told my brother, I was like, you know why I love doing the podcast so much? Before I thought about money, I thought about just kicking it with my brother. That was kind of my thing. And now it's like I have met so many cool ass people just because of the podcast. I've been DJing for years. I've met definitely 100 more cool ass people by doing this podcast. People that recognize me, people that are on our same floor. We shout out Brain Jerk a lot, but those guys like are just totally different. I would have never hung out with not one of those dudes in a million years. But I got introduced. TJ got introduced by somebody, and then TJ introduced me, and it's like, man, why haven't I hung out with these or heard about these dudes before? And like, so that's like doing the podcast, meeting people. Like, that's once again, that's one of the crazy things on my bucket list is I have a lot of acquaintances. I don't have very many friends. So like one of the things is like I say to myself, I'm gonna get one more close friend a year. That's it. Close friend. You know, I have like 3. And I'm 50. You know, but yeah.
I feel like you do that by being, you know, by becoming.
I think a lot for me is it's trust issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I definitely have trust issues, and then if somebody betrays that trust, it's like really hard for me to get over that hump, and I need to get over that hump. What
was your earliest memory of, I mean, you don't have to answer it, but think about it. What was your earliest memory of someone betraying your trust?
Ooh, probably 5.
5 years old, or
Probably close to that. 5.
Hey, by the way,
7.
I wasn't born. Yeah, I'm out of it. I'm cool. I wasn't born yet.
It
When he was
wasn't
5.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't you, and I won't get into who it was
Right.
because that just gets into a whole different thing. But probably the first time I remember that is probably 5 years old. Yeah.
So my life coaches always taught me, like, when we have blocks, trace back to the earliest memory, right, of where that came from, when you remember that happening to you, and then pick apart the situation, right? And then once you pick apart that situation, you realize, like, the reason that person did that wasn't because of you. It was because of this, that, or the other. And then you can release yourself from those blocks, and then you can be open to trust again, you know, and be open to friendship, or be open to relationships, or be open to whatever it is, you know. And it's deep.
I never thought of that.
It was very deep, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's easier said than done, just like anything.
100%.
It's hard. But I'm going to take some of that, man. That's a great approach to go to some things, man.
My little big brother Jeff.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely.
My little big brother Jeff. I realized when he said he was 25. Do you realize he's younger than my youngest son? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Granddad Mike.
Right, because I
wanted
to say I'm his uncle, but I could be pops.
Oh, pop.
Yeah. Papa, my grandkids call me Papa Mike. You can call me Papa Mike.
All right, sounds good.
Just except for Dilly Dill, man. You can call Dilly Dill. Dilly Dill, me and Dilly Dill, we be battling.
Man, let me tell you something. If Dylan listened or watched the podcast, when he's seen you, he's gonna punch you in the throat.
He told me the other day, I was talking to you, I heard him. He said, what did he say? I'm going to punch him in the face, or he said something when you was at the ball field. When he's like, somebody wants to talk to you, you go, it's Jake from State Farm. He calls me Jake from State Farm. He goes, it's Jake from State Farm. And he said something. I said something to him. I call him Dilly Dill from Adamsville like usual.
I think that's what he said when I see him. I'm going to punch him in the face.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. I think I'm going to, yeah. Thanks, Dill.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
him.
Dylan. love my great nephews, you know? Yeah, man. You know, we were talking earlier about bucket lists, and I don't know. I have a different one thing. I have I've thought about a bucket list before of making one, and I can't bring myself to make one because, like, a real true bucket list. And
right.
I think it's I don't know tell me how you guys think this. I'm gonna give you guys this to go off of, and then we'll kind of go from there. Is that, like, every time I tried, it's like things change. Yeah. And I'm kind of more going towards the let things happen. Things will fall into place as they may. And sometimes maybe a bucket list isn't right because then you're pushing for something. Or is that still, like, I'm kind of like in balance. I'm trying to balance it, like, or is it something like, you know, it's a definite that you want to do. And it's not a goal. It's just, if you were to given the opportunity, just always having something there that if you were to given the opportunity,
right,
go do it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, man, like, my shit changes all the time. Like,
right.
I don't know. What do you guys think about, like, what do you guys actually think about a bucket list? How do you look at it?
Do you believe in the law of attraction?
I do.
Do you believe in manifestation?
I do.
And I feel like a bucket list, all that is that exactly. Like, you're putting it out there for, you know, God, the universe, whatever, and letting them know, like, I want this, you know. And it's okay for things to change, for sure, because I was thinking about that too. Like, things do change, but, like, ultimately I feel like that's what it is. It's just putting it out there, writing it down, just like you do your goals and stuff. And then you attract that, right? So that's kind of like my look on it. That's just my take.
Yeah, my thought process is we have a bucket list in our head every day, all day long, that's constantly changing. So you write it down, and it's supposed to change. You know what I mean? Like, life changes.
Well, I didn't think about that.
So it's supposed to change.
You can always cross it off and write something different.
You know what?
Yeah.
I thought this was important to me. It's not. This is more important now. So you write that down. And you may not even cross anything off. You may just move it down on your list. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at things like, perfect example is you just had twin girls. There's probably 1,000 things in your head that changed the day they were born or the day you found out your girl was pregnant. You know what I mean? So that to me, bucket lists are supposed to change. for me, just writing something down, which I write bucket lists down all the time. I lose them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I might throw them away. They might be in a book. I throw that book away, whatever. But then I'll go through and I'll write another bucket list. Sometimes I think to myself, is this the same bucket list I wrote? Maybe it's not. I don't remember. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because every time I write it down, there's a new. I know the things that are going to stay consistent. Those are the things that I want the most. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whether it be for me, whether it be for my wife, whether it be for my kids, my grandkids, whatever. So, yeah, I think it should change all the time. Mm-hmm. If it's not changing, you're not growing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think that's where I'm at with it. I think of a bucket list too much as like life and not what it's supposed to be, your bucket list. And that's why it's hard for me to make one. Right. Like when you brought this up, you know, a couple months ago, talking about a bucket list, I was like, man, I can't. I've tried. I can't. Yeah. And I tried again because you brought it up. And I'm like, I can't because I don't know. It gets me to thinking, and I think this, and I think this. And it's like, well, why would you even, who cares about this? Because this isn't, and it starts becoming, like I get all fucking flustered, and it starts becoming, I get anxiety, and I'm like, wait a minute, stop it. I don't even want a bucket list anymore. I don't even like buckets.
One of the things that was on my bucket list for years, from probably the time I was 20 to probably 35 at least, if not longer, I wanted to own a bar. Mm-hmm. I wanted to own a bar and restaurant because I just thought that was the coolest shit on the planet. Me and TJ did promotion. He did a lot more promotion than me. And I would always be like, man, if we own this bar, there's no way we would fail. So in my head, the bucket list was I want to own a bar. I totally threw that out the window because I'm like, you know what? I know enough people that own bars now. I'll just go do some shit at their spot.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
from working at bars, man, I would never want to own a bar. You could give me a bar and a liquor license. Go, hey, it's yours now, and I would be. I guess it's a blessing, right? Yeah. It's something that falls in your lap. But I would just hire people to run it. I don't want anything to do. Right. Man, bars are hard, man.
You would go to somebody else and do the same thing and be like, hey, I just got a bar. Now it's yours.
Yeah. Or just, hey, just give me a cut off the top because this,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you help me help you or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's a hell of a bucket list deal right there. To own a bar.
Used to be.
Ugh.
Used to be.
Ugh.
Yeah. But once again, I've never worked in a bar. I've never even worked in like the kitchen in a bar. I've never done to me, a bar is a place that I could own and go drink it with my friends. Mm-hmm. So I would be very, very unsuccessful. When I'm promoting for bars, seriously, when I'm promoting for bars and I'm doing shit in bars, I can think of 10,000 things. Man, if this guy would just do this, he'd be a freaking millionaire. Why is this guy struggling? If he just did this, I got all that shit in my head, but I've never worked it. I've never done it.
Hey, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. And you know what really made me stop thinking about that is, I won't mention any names, but I'll just say that we were at a particular bar and a friend of mine was tipping this very, very beautiful waitress very well. And she was pretty much bringing us the bottles of stuff. We have a table of probably 20 people. I started paying attention to her because I kept thinking, this is going to be a lot. And I wasn't seeing her ring anything up.
Yeah.
And then when she came to the table and I was sitting next to my guy who was just throwing her money, she's like, yeah, babe, your bill's $25. And I'm thinking, I know we drank at least $500 worth of alcohol.
Right.
I know we did. And
right.
I'm like, yeah, I can't. And this person was somebody who was very, very tight with the owner. And I thought, nah, trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that trust thing. I'm like, I don't trust. I don't trust no hoes or dudes. Well, I don't trust nobody. I trust you.
Don't.
I trust you.
Don't trust me, man.
Because you know I tell our sister on you.
Don't trust me, man. Don't trust me. Because whenever you trust me to do the right thing with you, man, I'm going to fuck with you really, really bad. I have memories. I have hurtful shit too, man. I remember shit, okay? Don't trust me. You put me in a fucking figure 4. I remember that shit, bro. Deidre locked me in a fucking closet for hours. I remember that shit. Don't trust me.
Listen, I don't remember.
Because as soon as you get, I'm 14 years younger than him. As soon as he gets like in his 60s, like I'm still fucking nimble and running around. I'm doing some foul shit to him.
Damn.
Love you.
Don't do it, bro.
You can trust that I always love you. That you can trust.
That I will do. Did I put you in a figure 4?
Bro, you put in the snow in Greenwick, 6118 Greenwick, 3rd court. Don't you know my memories? You know how I get down.
Yeah, I got some time. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember everything.
You got any
Jeff,
video?
By the way. Bro, it was back in like 91. Like they didn't even have you had a beeper.
No video.
You didn't even have a fucking Sky page or nothing. It was a fucking beeper.
No video, no proof.
Ah, fuck you. Yeah, man, before we get up out of here, man, we're gonna wrap this thing up. But Jeff, thank you so much, man, for not only blessing the podcast, man, but just what you do around the city.
Thank you.
I really, really want to give flowers to everybody that's doing something, and I try to do that. And we try to stick to subjects or just, keep it as stuff, but we always end up, Mike will tell you this, man, we always end up being that we call ourselves the Shout Out Podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's a bad thing at this point. Like it's one of those things where we just love seeing people do things and thanking people for what they do around here. And we want to thank you, man, on behalf of the BTT Podcast. We want to thank you for being in the city and doing what you do. And I really mean that. You know what I mean?
For sure,
like,
for sure.
Anytime, man, like, especially you see it, we've talked about this, the buzz going on in the city right now, how it's back-to-back things happening. We got momentum going. I'm okay with people even jumping on the bandwagon. Who cares? You know how some people be like, oh, now you want to be,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Fine. Jump on it. That's what we want people to do. We want the city to come back together. I feel like you are one of those, like you were just on Pillar Talk. You are one of those pillars, man.
Thank
you are
you.
one of those young dudes. I'm a little bit older. He's a lot a bit older because he's old as fuck. This is the part where I fuck him up. But you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I love seeing young cats like you, younger cats, I should say, that I can take things from. You know what I mean? I can, you speak words, man, and it makes me think. You know what I mean? You say stuff. And just the way you move, I really appreciate that. And because I have faith in the city, man. I want to raise my girls in the city. You know what I mean? I never want to leave. You know what I mean? If they want to leave, fine. But I'm just saying, I want our city to go in a certain direction. I feel like people like you are going to be those people that make that happen.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So I really, really do appreciate what you bring, man.
And thank you guys for, giving this platform for people like me, and everyone around the city, like, an opportunity to speak and get exposure. And, like, it takes a village.
Yes, definitely.
So you guys are doing the right thing here. And I appreciate it. Like, this is such an honor to be on here with you guys. Kicking it with some OGs. I like that.
And kicking it, man. And that's another thing too that we don't talk about enough is that, and we kind of talked about me and you and Mike before the show, but hey, man, we're just on here talking. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this is kind of what, like, our mission statement was, hey, man, we're just sitting around a table like you would at a bar and like having the same conversation, just recording it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bar
because
to the backyard.
Yeah, from the bar to the backyard, man. Because like, here's another thing that I think that people don't realize what happens too is somebody like a Jeff Copi comes on, right? And we're just kicking it. And you probably get a lot more out of Jeff Copi than if we were to give you the question answer shit. Right. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that. We want to know, how does Jeff think about this? How does Jeff think about that?
Yeah.
Or just have conversation with Jeff and you get to know him, and then people might see this and go, I didn't know Jeff before, but I like, you know what I mean, what he thought about this, and I kind of like his personality here. I kind of like his energy. And we don't really talk about that a lot, but that's what we try to do here. We try to like be personable with people.
Yeah.
And see, and we don't usually like talk about, well, Jeff said this and Jeff did this, but I'll guarantee you, just in this little setting right here for about an hour and 15 minutes, you dropped about 10 gems.
Bars.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, it's up to people are going to be like, oh, I didn't know this. Oh, I didn't think about this. And they're going to move a little different. Right. Because of something you said or something TJ said or something I said. So that's why I love it. So
absolutely.
And once again, man, we appreciate you so much, man, for everything you're doing in the city. Really what we truly, truly appreciate is just your mindset. Your mindset can change people on a daily basis. So we appreciate that.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much.
we appreciate these fucking ziggity booms you gave us, bro.
Yeah.
I am
Bro,
fucking.
I ain't even
I'll do
drank-
3 more
I ain't-
podcasts tonight,
I
bro.
ain't drank
And then
no,
go to work.
I ain't drank no beer, nothing. Like I took a drink and I'm
Me
like,
too.
nah.
I still got shit in my cup.
good.
I'm like, no, man, this shit got me ziggity boom, man. Y'all go check out Jeff over there at Monroe Nutrition. Jeff, give him your tags. Where to find you on social media?
At Jeff24Fit. That's at on Instagram, or at Monroe Nutrition _ Facebook, Monroe Nutrition, or Jeff Copi. Snapchat, Megatron1214.
Well, I like that. Megatron 1, 2. Okay, then Megatron. Yeah. And let the people know where your location is.
739 South Monroe Street, Monroe, Michigan. Right between our diner and Monroe Florist.
Yeah, y'all know where that's at. Y'all, hey, some of y'all know where that's at because y'all used to be posted up across the street at that gas station. I ain't gonna tell you who he is. You know what I mean? On the west side of the street. Come on, but you know where it's at. Yeah. Yeah, man. So with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. I got Jeff Copi, I got DJ Big Mike, and I'm your boy TJ the Mayor. This has been another episode of the Beyond the Tracks podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.